Hey guys, Merrick here. I've had a lot of stuff happen today, so I figured I'd give a little update. And within the last couple days, I've had a lot of things happen, and just wanted to update everyone on what's going on. So I'm gonna update about some T letters I'm sending slash I've sent out, as well as a workshop that I'm in. It's kind of going over that briefly, and also a little bit of change in my prescription and meeting up with my doctor and my blood work. To begin, I recently sent out some testosterone letters of me being on testosterone to very close friends of mine, people I consider my best friends, people I trust my life with, and I've gotten some really great, very heartfelt responses, and I really appreciate that. I don't know how else to explain that. Um, it just really feels good to know that I have a support system, and I feel very fortunate and blessed in a way to have those people there to support me. My next step with that is also to send out personalized letters to some family members, specifically my aunts and uncles and grandparents, people of that sort, and then to send out another sort of letter to people who I consider uh, people I admire, people I consider to be references for me, or just really people I look up to. So it's kind of like three different ways of putting the information and explaining it to different groups of people in my life. I feel it's really important for me to do that because without them knowing what's going on, I feel very dishonest, and they really deserve to know what's going on. I know that can come with a lot of positive and negative effects, but I know it'll make me feel better in the long run, and it'll also help them decide what they're going to do. And I'm looking forward to really finding out who are really going to be there for me and who aren't. And I might just have to let some of them go for a little bit of time, and hopefully they'll come back into my life. But for now, they're getting letters, and we'll have them deal with it on their own pace. The other thing I want to talk about is this workshop that I'm in. It's a career workshop done through where I have my counseling sessions, which is the Broadway Youth Center on Broadway in Belmont, Chicago. Great open place for the LGBT youth. Fortunately, I'm still youth, which is kind of cool, being 22 and being called youth. So I've been in this class, and it's going to be for the next 2 weeks, Monday through Friday. I've been active with this workshop, and that's just been going really well. It's to help promote yourself with in interviews and getting jobs and stuff like that. And I'm hoping it'll help me. I don't know if I'm a horrible interviewer. I think I'm pretty decent, but at the same time, you can always learn more. And I don't see why this wouldn't help. And they also help you help place you in a work environment afterward. So I'll be able to work with a couple people almost on a one-on-one basis where they will say, "Hey, this job looks like it'd be great for you, and this is all a free service, so why not take advantage of it?" So I'm pretty excited about that. But anyway, I'm talking about that because I was there today for my counseling session at 11, from 11 to 12, and I ran into uh, my nurse practitioner who happened to be at the building for today, and she had my blood work back in from last week when I had my blood work taken, which was a huge adventure traveling to and from. And that blood work contained my T level, which is now around almost 600, as opposed to being around a 200, which is the lowest or the highest that a female body person should be on or be at, and the lowest that I should ever be at. And then with a topping off at about 1,000. So I have room there between 600 and 1,000 to gain testosterone. So I've been upped from 0.5 milliliters to a 0.6. So that little bit it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but to know that zero point 0.5 is already increased what I had is a very low testosterone level to a 500, almost 600 testosterone level. That's pretty kind of exciting over 3 weeks for me, going into week 4, and then the the blood work about my thyroid level, which was at like a 60 something, the highest my nurse practitioner ever saw, and then has now been is now at 19, which is great. It means that the thyroid stuff I'm using is working, and then we're just gonna keep that up. And it usually takes about 6 weeks to come into effect anyway, and it's supposed to be between like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 19, so it's still not working as well, but it's on its way. So with that in mind, um, my thyroid, my metabolism, everything should be working together better within the next couple weeks. And then with the testosterone raised, I went in the talk with Linda, actually, my nurse practitioner, because I was concerned about some things that were going on. One of them was that I've been feeling kind of groggy and not motivated, slower than usual within the middle of the week than before. So she thinks that's even more of a reason to up the T level. And also, now I'm gonna get a little graphic. So if you're done listening, cool, you're done now. But for me, I guess it's graphic. I wanted to talk about my menstrual cycle, and that will eventually stop. However, for now, it is currently been 2 weeks that I have been on my cycle right now, and I was really concerned about it. She didn't seem to be concerned like at all, and she's like, it's normal for it to be really heavy. You haven't had your period for a large for the a long enough amount of time, which is true because I told her I hadn't had a full out menstrual cycle for the past two months. So it, maybe there's a bunch of lining there that has to be shed, and that's why it's taking 2 weeks right now. It's ending. It's not any heavier than it was, and it feels good to know that that's okay. And I also told her that I'm noticing a change in smell. She said that's most of it's natural. That I will have, and after being on T for as long as I have been, there's gonna be starts. I'm gonna start smelling different, and uh, that she recommends, since I've been using tampons for just for the menstrual cycle, that using that can create an imbalance, and that she recommends even throughout. I'll tell you guys, if you like yogurt, to eat about a cup a day, and that's just to replenish all the bacteria and the natural bacteria in your body, as well as within the canal. And it makes sense, and it sounds good to me, and I don't have a problem with it. Uh, that's it for now, and I'll be back probably with another update Friday, sometime after my shot. So, take care. See y'all later.